Hey there! Happy day 1107 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, sneaking a sip of coffee and getting adjusted. The dog just ruined my last video. I love her, but for some reason she was barking and barking and barking, and I'll have to listen to it. I'll actually have to listen to it when I'm processing it and decide if I need to redo it or not. Here's, I guess, where we lead into our values, what's important to us. I guess my level of importance that I place on live videos being technically perfect. You know, I've done over 4,000, I think over 4,100. I have to look. I think it's over 4,100 podcasts, and I still don't have an intro or an outro. Nope, 4,021. Only 4,021 podcast episodes, and I don't have an intro or an outro. Now, would anybody that does video for a living or does podcasting for a living think that that's acceptable? Absolutely, positively not. But is it okay for me? Yes, because it's me just learning how to do a podcast. It's me learning and growing and creating things as I go along. Just like this segment is. This segment is about sharing my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. It's not polished. It's me talking about what's on my mind today and what I'm working on as I create my online presence. Now, I watched an interesting documentary last week. I don't remember why I watched the documentary, but it was about fake fame and fame on social media. Particularly, this was Instagram. And they took 3 people, they interviewed thousands of people, they picked 3 people that really had virtually no Instagram following and no presence. They had maybe a couple hundred or a couple thousand followers on Instagram, and they were going to make them famous. And so they took 3 different people through this process, and they showed how you can buy fake anything. You can buy fake followers, you can buy fake engagement, you can do all this stuff. Now, me, being the naive person that I am, didn't even realize that any of this went on. I always wondered how people had millions and millions of followers and they'd only have a couple of comments or likes on their posts, but they have millions of followers and things like that. But it never put 2 and 2 together that people are cheating, right? I don't know. Since I don't cheat, I believe everybody else does things honestly and fairly too. True. So it was eye-opening and reminded me that even at 60, I am still very naive about the ways of the world and what goes on in the world. And I know that, but sometimes it has to be right in my face before I actually see it. So I never have really cared about likes and views and that. I like comments because that's me engaging with real human beings. But I also found out that they're buying fake people and fake bots and that these people don't even really exist. And that got me wondering, well, are my Facebook and are my LinkedIn people, are they real people or are they fake people? And I always, whenever somebody sends me a request, a connection request, I always check their profile, and if it looks sketchy, I don't accept their request. You know, and so my inkling and my intuition telling me that there were fake profiles and fake people out there was totally reinforced by this documentary. And it got me to thinking about what I value and what's important to me. I don't value likes or hearts or any of that as much as I value a real conversation or a real comment from a human being that I might engage with, because my whole purpose is to positively impact the world by touching other people's lives in ways that make them feel better than before they'd met me, not worse. So it got me thinking about, in our topic today for Supersize Your Business, for Get Up and Go Challenge, day 8 today of our 30+ day challenge, was all about core values and what's really, really important to us. How you figure out what your core values are if you don't know, if you've never thought about this, how you annually audit and look at and compare. I call it an annual integrity audit, to compare, are my results and what I'm doing and what I believe is important to me matching what I'm doing, what my goals are, what my objectives are, what my daily actions are, my habits, what my outcomes and my results are. Am I actually getting the results in the areas based on the core values that I believe are important for me? And I want to look at that again at least once a year. Now, in the last year, I've looked at it at least half a dozen times, and this year I'll probably do the same if I keep, and I will keep doing the Get Up and Go challenge. So I know that I'll be on track and true, probably truer to my core values and my beliefs and my behavior than I have been in the past. I mean, I like to think I'm consistent, but like everybody else, we slip, we change things in our life change, our environments change, right? Anybody who didn't think that things were always changing got a huge wake up call and a dose of reality and what can happen last year and continuing into this year with the COVID-19 pandemic, right? The China virus, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what it's called. We all know that we've been hugely impacted by it, and will continue to be so for, who knows, some of us, maybe we'll never be this able to recover from that. That's, I say, because of my core values, a 100% personal choice. It's up to us to decide how we're going to let things impact us and change us or not. Hopefully they change us for the better, and that's our choice too. We can let things deteriorate us and make us a less better person, or we can use the challenges and the changes that we experience to make us better human beings. I vote better human beings, everybody. Please, everybody decide to be better human beings and kinder human beings and more in alignment with our core values. Now, core values can be anything. Core values aren't necessarily good for other people, but they're good for you. And I say, I believe in core values that are good for me, that positively make the world a better place, not negatively impacted. But not everyone has that, right? We live in a dual universe where good and evil both exist. We live in a universe where abundance and scarcity both exist. And it's up to you to decide which is going to be the one that's your core value. Which are you going to invite into your life? Because we can invite both into our life. How do I know? Lots of experience doing both, inviting both scarcity and abundance into my life. So core values was our topic today for the Get Up and Go challenge. We haven't even gotten into the framework yet. Day 8, and we have yet to even mention the word soap. So people might think, oh my gosh, that just seems so weird. But I know that if we don't lay a solid foundation and get a clear understanding of how we work, how we tick, there's no point in how we can make actual lasting permanent change within ourselves. There's no point in introducing different frameworks. I learn new frameworks all the time. Some of them I apply, some of them I don't. If they don't feel right to me, I don't use them. But if I don't have the basic understanding of a topic or a subject or whatever the framework's on, it isn't going to work for me because I don't have the foundation that I need in order to apply that framework. So that's why I structure the Get Up and Go challenge the way that I do. Today, our idiom was don't put all your eggs in one basket, which is why you saw the basket and me moving it first thing this morning, which was good. The dog did not bark through that one. But the Get Up and Go challenge, she definitely did a whole lot of barking through, and I don't want to redo it, but I will if I have to. Or I can refer people back to previous challenges, because we've talked about core values at least 4 times, plus No Nonsense November, which wasn't a challenge period. It was just an in-between period where we talked about a different topic every day. On the 18th, I did a big piece on core values. It was probably maybe half an hour. Not sure. I'd have to go back and look, but it was definitely longer than 10 minutes. Centering challenge today was about sunshine. Bringing sunshine into someone else's life inevitably means you bring sunshine into your own life. It's like when you give value and do something kind for another person, kindness and sunshine, kind of the same thing. Light. When you bring light to other people's lives, you automatically shed light on your own life. So that was a good one. I like that one today. I'm going to figure out how I can add sunshine to someone's life today and then see how it makes me feel. I already know how it's going to make me feel. It always makes me feel good. So those are the 3 big things I'm working on: Supersize Your Business, Get Up and Go challenge, and my personal development centering challenge. And, my stuff, the way I create and make a living for myself is through consulting and coaching and group coaching and masterminding and things like that. But this is just a way for me to document my journey, what I'm working on, what's working, what's not working, and let you know what I'm doing specifically in different areas and aspects of my life. Now, I need to do something with my background. I need to do something. This is my to-do list of things that I'm working on. I'm doing a couple other people's challenges, so I need to work on the homework for one challenge in particular. It's been a lot more soul searching and thinking about certain aspects and areas of what I want to do moving forward than I have put into those areas, at least in the last year. So I want to do that. So I'm doing other people's challenges. And I like to learn from other people all the time, just like I like to teach, I like to learn all the time as well. I also was going to do a challenge summit actually this month, but I have a new grandbaby as of Saturday. So I kind of let myself off the hook on that. And I have to decide if I want to really do a challenge summit. I kind of do. I love challenges so much. I know how powerful they are. I would like to do a challenge summit. So I might pop back onto that. I'm sure this year I will, but I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be now. It was going to be the beginning of the year, but the beginning of the year has just not felt right. It's just felt off and negative, and I don't want to do a summit in the middle of negative feelings in any way, shape, or form. So that'll probably go maybe summer. Summer's a good time because people, I don't know, who knows what 2021 is going to bring. I'm not even going to pretend to predict it. Also, totally lost my train of thought. So summit. Oh, I have to rebrand my podcast. My Pajama Grandma podcast is at, I think, 4,012 or 21 episodes now. I can't remember, but it's over 4,000 episodes. And last year, I began letting go of Pajama Grandma. I kept doing Pajama Grandma till the beginning of this year because I had done and set up my do one fun thing every day on my Pajama Grandma page. And so I wanted to meet my commitment to myself for that and do it for the whole year. But now my podcast since 2018, I think it's over 4,000 episodes now. So I need to rebrand and rename that and figure out the direction I'm going to go with it moving forward, because it's sort of been just a hodgepodge of my live videos for the last couple of years. So I need to increase my value of professionalism, which obviously being polished and professional is not a core value of mine anymore. Was it in my 20s and my 30s in corporate America? Absolutely, positively. Totally different way of presenting. Now it's all about, especially after watching that documentary, hey, this is the me and unfiltered me. If you meet me on the street, you would recognize me immediately because I'm the exact same person online as offline. No fake backgrounds here, obviously. No fake posting about my awesome life and traveling around the world and driving my Lamborghini and my fancy cars. Have I had fancy cars and fancy houses and fancy trips and all that? Yeah, but I'm not going to show that. That's my highlight reel. I'm not going to show my highlight reel to the world as if that's my everyday life. My everyday life is just like yours, doing what I can to move me toward what I want in each and every aspect of my life every single day, a little bit at a time, every day. And that comes from our routines and our habits. So that's what I got today. If I can help you in any way, please ask in the comments below or hit me up in direct messenger. Pretty good about getting back to people these days, believe it or not, because I'm home like everybody else, overcoming a lot of different challenges, and I have the capacity to help, so I would like to. All right, have an amazing day. I'll be with you tomorrow to let you know what I'm up to. Take care. Bye.